Good morning from downtown Anchorage. We have a huge day planned today. We're getting started early. It's only about 8:30 in the morning. It's March and sunrise is happening right now, which is nice because there was zero chance we were getting out any earlier. It's supposed to be about 30 degrees today and we're planning to spend almost the whole day outside. So the first thing on our list is breakfast. We are going to the #1 breakfast place here in town, Snow's Cafe. Then we're planning to walk it off along the coast, headed to Winchester Marsh. And tonight is First Fridays at the Anchorage Museum, which means we get in for free. So it's a huge day. I also expect that Courtney is gonna wanna go to at least one brewery today, probably for lunch or dinner, depending on how big breakfast is. So get ready and come along as we explore Anchorage. Coffee next to your big coffee. It is as big as your head. Okay, Courtney went with the French toast, but they have an option where you can get eggs and bacon also, so she did that. It's called the Polar Bear, which is pretty accurate. And then I went with eggs benedict, which is why we're here. I have one eggs benedict with a crab cake that has Alaskan king crab and one with salmon in the cake. The green onions are the crab one and the red onions are the salmon. This was a good choice. This is a very good French toast. Good choice? Yeah. Just leaving breakfast, it was as good as everyone says. I did one crab cake benedict and one salmon benedict. The crab cake was definitely a crab cake, but the salmon was a salmon patty. I think I would go with 2 of those next time, but I'm so happy that I tried the benedict. Kind of had the best of both worlds because I also got to try Courtney's French toast. So I got a little of that for dessert. It was a thick cut French toast, but it had some cinnamon in it and the syrup was apparently raspberry syrup. It was very good. What was your favorite part? The bacon. Somehow here in Alaska, the bacon is so good. So we're happy that we got to try that again. Now we have enough energy to explore. We were trying to decide yesterday because you can see Denali from Anchorage on a really clear day, but so few people get to actually see it, even when you go to Denali National Park, that I thought there's such a little chance. But we were looking that way. I looked at the map. This confirms that Denali would be out that way. This is Mount Susitna that we can see. It is 63 miles away and 4,396 feet tall. Denali is 131 miles away and is 20,000 feet tall. It is the tallest mountain in North America. It would be over there. It is over there. We just can't see it. This is the Cook Inlet. It comes all the way in from the ocean, so it's actually moving with the tide. And this is how ships would get in from the Pacific Ocean, the Gulf of Alaska, really. It is called the Cook Inlet because Captain Cook actually explored the Pacific Northwest all the way up to Alaska. And he's still here. I mean, he's not, the statue is. Now we're headed down to the coastal trail. We do want to try and get over to Winchester Lake. so that we can see the ice skating. We thought about renting skates today, but it would just have been too much of a hassle logistically to get them and get them back, and we'll at least walk on the lake. We've made it to the park, but we have decided that it is too slippery to take the trail, so we're gonna go back to the sidewalk and still go to the lagoon. For everybody who wants to come travel with us, this is what it actually looks like. This has become a little more of an adventure than I expected. With the sidewalks being so icy, it's right at 30 degrees, so all of the sidewalks are completely ice. We've just been alternating between walking on the road and the slippery sidewalks and just trying to get to the park.
This is the fastest we are currently going, and we don't have ice underneath us, so I'm gonna take this part as a win.
Yeah. On a normal day when there's no ice, like in the summer, this would have taken us 22 minutes, and I think we're going on an hour. Probably. But we will get to the park. Reason we're out here is because Courtney was actually watching the Alaskan Channel. It plays in all the hotels. They mentioned that the coastal trail, it comes down here to this lake at the Margaret E. Sullivan Park, and the city actually maintains it as an ice skating rink through the winter. Skating? It's definitely starting to warm up today, which makes it pretty wet on top here. Taking a short break to warm up and have some coffee and sweet treats. Courtney went with the chocolate croissant. I went with the peanut butter cream cookie sandwich. Oh my gosh, it's so worth it. That peanut butter cookie is crispy and chewy and perfect. And the peanut butter cream is mixed with probably powdered sugar or something. It's super sweet, like the inside of a Reese's peanut butter cup. There's oatmeal and peanut butter, so it's practically a granola bar.
So healthy.
I know! You're the one with the big breakfast treat. that. Crazy. I can't wait to see you bite into that. And how are you gonna approach this?
The bread is very good. Just a little bit of chocolate. So I can't wait to get more of that.
Courtney would definitely prefer as much chocolate as possible in her chocolate croissant. It's like a feather. Oh, it's so good. Look at that. I'm happy we didn't have to choose. It was more graceful than my bite.
I love peanut butter anything, and this is just heaven. It's perfect.
Exactly what you want to start the afternoon. Just left the Fire Island Rustic Bakery. Definitely a needed stop this afternoon. Not only did we get sweet treats and coffee, the little bodega shop had local beer, wine, ciders. You could get beer by the can, which would have been fun to try, but Courtney found a red ale that's by Denali Brewing, so we're excited to get back and try that. The two big things left on our agenda today are to get to the Anchorage Museum between 6 and 9, and what is it, Glacier Brewing?
Glacier Brewing.
And Glacier Brewing for dinner, which is probably also gonna be between 6 and 9. During the winter, it seems like everything here shuts down around 9 o'clock, which is just fine with us. This view though. Lander's Red Ale from Denali Brewing.
You're really selling it.
Sorry. So if you have any questions why Courtney is a mess at the museum, it's because of this. Everybody. I'm gonna talk. Everybody. I didn't like the beer. Courtney finished it. Despite being 4 minutes from the museum, we're also late. So it opened at 6 o'clock for free entry. We should have been in line, and we were not. But we're headed there now. How pretty is that view? Take Courtney to the museum, they said. It'd be fun, they said. So we're allowed to take still photography in the galleries, but we're only allowed to video the exhibits. We'll still show you what we see. It was so cool to see the museum. We had talked about if it wasn't free, would we have gone in? And we probably wouldn't have gone in. But after seeing it, we would have missed so much. Completely worth a stop. And the price of admissions, this is Smithsonian. the Smithsonian. I think the cultural center was the best part. It was nice that they had it here in Anchorage instead of back in DC, even though it was a Smithsonian exhibit. On top of that, you had the entire art museum, and there's even a kids section. So if you're in Anchorage, definitely check it out. It's just really neat that museums have free nights like that so that everyone can explore it. So if you're interested in a museum and you're in an area, check and see if they have a program like that. Tonight for dinner, we're gonna try the Tent City Tap House.
Start it up.
Okay, so I got the Lat 65, which is an amber ale. I think I like it more than she does. And I like amber ale. It does look really light for an amber ale. I got the Valdez Appleus. It is a fruit beer and it is super sweet. It's kind of a mix of a cider and a beer, so it's really good. It's really crisp. We've been walking around trying to find a spot for dinner, so it's like perfect after like walking extra blocks and not having a reservation and getting here. We just wanted to have a beer and food. It's perfect. Truffle Parmesan fries to start with. The truffle oil is very strong. It's gonna be good. It's pretty hot. That's warm. It's good. It is good. It tastes better than it smells. I'm gonna say that. Courtney went with the blueberry barbecue wings. I went with the Tent City burger. It's a double patty, cheese, pickle, onion, special sauce, and the garlic Parmesan fries. Let me know what it is. It's so rich and buttery. You can tell that it's like a fresh made patty. It's so good. Exactly what I wanted tonight. So the second beer that I got is called the Ball and Chain, which is a blueberry wheat. It's very fruity and very good. It goes very well with my blueberry barbecue wings.
Our dinner was really good. The beers were very good. I think your first one was kind of a miss. Because it wasn't what I was expecting, but it was good. It wasn't like a hard hitter. I think I called it the Sierra Mist of beers. It was good, but it just wasn't great. But honestly, everywhere else was full, and we had a really good meal that wasn't $100. So
They have it blocked off up there.
I actually mentioned that we should walk down here.
Doing it right now?
I think so.